do something, organising, whatever. And then they shushed.
Dear friends, good evening. Welcome on board the Victoria Star for this celebration of the union of Warwick and Cameron. You've all received your safety briefing. We are clear to set sail, and under the skilled guidance of Captain Lee Dogue, we are going to enjoy a 3-hour cruise around the Port Phillip Bay this evening. The weather, I think you'll agree, is absolutely spot on. Okay, that's my first British thing of the night, spot on. My name is Alan. I'm a friend of Cameron and Warwick, and it's my absolute pleasure to be the Master of Ceremonies for this evening. It's important to us that we acknowledge as we start the first people of this land and these waters, the people of the Wurundjeri and Bunurong peoples of the Kulin Nation. So we pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. A little bit of housekeeping for you if you haven't found your way around the vessel already. Here on the upper deck is where we're going to dine and then dance. Downstairs you'll find a quiet space if you need a place to relax or get away from the music, then you'll find that downstairs. Dessert will also be served downstairs, so come the end of the evening you'll find the desserts and the wedding cake will be downstairs as well. As you go down the stairs, the toilets are just underneath the stairs as you go down, and I think that just about covers it. You're welcome on the decks either side of the vessel. That's where you can smoke. Please don't smoke indoors, of course.
That's the boring bit.
There still remains the opportunity for anybody who would like to say a few words during the dinner as part of the speeches. So if you, I know some of you might not have got my invitation to do so. So if you might like to say a few words, Cameron and Warwick, true to form, have gone a little unconventional with the speeches and they've opened it up to anybody. So I don't know whether that's a wise thing or not, but we're going to find out. All right, it's time to introduce our grooms this evening. So 17 years on from that first meeting in person, and on the very day of their anniversary, Warwick and Cameron have invited us all here to witness this public declaration of their love for one another, to celebrate their legal union at long last. Correct. And to hear their commitment to each other for the rest of their lives. So this morning, Cameron and Warwick formalised their marriage legally at the old Treasury building in the presence of their parents and close friend Philip. And so we're now all going to bear witness to this, and we're going to affirm our commitment as family and friends to the couple, and we're going to listen to them as they make their vows and their pledges. No, never mind. To one another. So, dear friends, I invite those of you who are able to please stand as we welcome the grooms, Warwick and Cameron.
Look out that way! Oh, sneaky!
Warn me when you do that.
Down in front. Live streaming. I can't see.
Oh my God, she's so pretty!
Oh, look at the dress. And they say, we did this. There's no prize.
Back in November, I met Warwick's parents, Pam and Kevin, and Cameron's mum, Pat, and Aunt Mary, Trisha. Sorry, Trisha. Through conversations with them, I've seen what pride they hold in their hearts for Cameron and for Warwick. That word pride is such a powerful one, and it of course resonates in different ways through the LGBT communities. As we open this evening's ceremony, Cameron and Warwick give thanks for that love and heartfelt pride from their parents with this tribute. Warwick met Cameron's mum, Patricia, in the first few months of their relationship. They were travelling to Sydney as Warwick was joining the cast of Oliver. So they dropped into Canberra on the drive up. As Cameron remembers, during the trip, Warwick was extremely nervous about meeting his boyfriend's mum. Cameron didn't meet Warwick's parents, Pam and Kevin, for several years. They were kind enough to let the couple live with them in Perth between contracts while they were working at sea, and Cameron was just as nervous about meeting them. Our happy couple may have been nervous meeting each other's families, but they were made to quickly feel at home. So they'd like to thank their parents for fully welcoming them into each family and for the contribution that they have made to the wedding. They'd also like to thank the extended family for being so welcoming. To Nadia, Josh and Joe, to Pete, Rosemary, Curtis, Shanae and Ashley. You have all been very welcoming to Warwick and to Cameron, and they are blessed to call you family. So one more thing before you can sit down. Now I turn to you all with a question that I'm hoping you will offer a resounding "we will" by way of response. Dear family and friends, will you support with love the marriage of your dear friends Cameron and Warwick?
We will!
You're off.
We're going to move now into each of the couple to offer their pledges and vows to one another.
So Cameron, for 17 years we have lived our lives as if we were married. We've been through so much, and now I feel like I'm one up on everybody else. All these years later, you still make me laugh. You still surprise me, as everyone found out on the cruise. I never know what to expect, and that really does still excite me. For so much of my life, the idea of marriage never actually seemed possible to me. But from the day I turned around and saw you on one knee, I've been thinking about marriage as a real possibility. Then the political wheels, they did start to turn, and 6 years after we became engaged, I was at work and then the news broke in the meeting that we could actually tie the knot finally. I smiled to myself at work that evening, beaming inside as you always make me do. Little could be expressed that the last 17 years has already shown us our marriage is not going to change us. It's going to protect who we are. I know with every fibre of my being that we're just going to keep on keeping on. And when I wear my ring, it makes me feel complete. So I promise to strive to be the best that I can be because you give me the strength to do so.
No pressure.
Warwick, in my eyes, you are an optimist, a pacifist, an innocent soul. You are an artist, a performer, a singer with a voice that makes me feel home. I am truly in awe of your nature. Warwick, to me, you are and have long been my husband. We have shared our families, we've built a home, we've shared our working lives. We have travelled and seen the world together. We have shared in each other's successes, and more importantly, we have supported each other in times of struggle. We have seen each other grow, and I have been enamoured by your recent energy and career change, and this has in turn inspired me. I hope that we'll continue to share our lives, the mundane, the everyday, the new and exciting, and the unknown. Warwick, I pledge myself now to you, in front of our family and friends, all that I am and all that I will be. I promise to grow, I promise to learn, and I promise to ask for help. I promise to invest time, energy, and emotion into you, into me, and into us. All I ask in return is that you continue to laugh at me and with me throughout our adventures.
More than 3,000 years ago in ancient Egypt, husbands... husbands would present their bride-to-be with a ring of intricately woven flax. You wondered where I was going with that, didn't you? You may haven't heard this. This age-old tradition remains as significant today as ever before. This symbol worn for all the world to see represents the enduring promise between the couple. So I'm going to invite Cameron and Warwick's nephew Liam to come forward to present the rings. As he does so, Cameron and Warwick are going to repeat their vows from this morning's civil ceremony.
Throw one. Yeah.
It's like a bad game show.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Warwick Anthony Reid, just in case I don't weigh him, take thee, Cameron O'Reilly,
Good start, good start.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Cameron O'Reilly, take thee, Warwick Reid, to be my lawful wedded husband.
I invite those of you who are able to please stand with glass in hand.
Still some in it.
Broken glasses all over. Just move over here.
Friends, we have witnessed the promises made by Cameron and Warwick here today. They've read their vows, they've exchanged their rings, and they've pledged their commitment to one another in our presence. And so I say, what love has brought together, may no one put asunder. The toast is Cameron and Warwick.
Cameron and Warwick!
Now stop. Thank you.
Now we party!
Our dining room now waits, so the grooms are going to lead us through.
Where's the rice? Where's the rice? Where is the rice?